expected later today. But we move on now, and according to reports, the death toll from the ongoing clashes between Thailand and Cambodia has now risen to 33, despite calls for an immediate ceasefire. The clashes marks the most intense conflict between the two countries in years. It has involved artillery, tanks and airstrikes, leaving both sides with significant casualties. In Cambodia, 13 people have been confirmed dead, whereas Thailand has reported 20 deaths. The violence erupted from a long-standing border dispute with both nations, accusing each other of initiating the conflict. The UN Security Council has called for maximum restraint and a peaceful resolution, while Cambodia has urgently requested a ceasefire. Thailand has expressed willingness for diplomatic talks, with Malaysia offering to mediate. However, tensions remain high, with fears that the conflict could spiral further. Well, joining us to discuss these developments, Dr. Sanjay Kumar, a journalist from the Korea Herald, joining us live from Seoul in South Korea. Dr. Kumar, of course, significant actions and moves coming, continued artillery action, continued firing along that disputed border, but Cambodia now calling for an immediate ceasefire. How significant is this move?
This should be seen as a non-escalatory comment from the Cambodian side, and especially the unconditional and immediate ceasefire request should be seen as a positive development right now. Although the death toll has risen to 32 and 19 people have died from Thailand, and it includes not only military personnel but civilians and children as well. And from the Cambodian side also, they have lost 13 people, including military and civilians. This is a situation which must be de-escalated, and it is a good news at least that Cambodia has urged for immediate ceasefire. But another new development is that yesterday the permanent ambassador to United Nations of Thailand has also agreed for not the ceasefire, but they have also come up to de-escalate the things through peaceful resolution of this whole escalation from both the sides. So there is a pin of hope, but that hope must be brought into practice, and that is why ASEAN chair Malaysia's role is very important here, and the bilateral channels role are also very important. So yes, these bilateral channel and restoration of diplomacy is the way to dialogue, and this is the urgent need right now to minimize these death tolls and to protect the ASEAN region.
Absolutely. Dr. Kumar, I'm glad you brought up Malaysia, of course. They have offered to potentially mediate. Thailand also talking about potential mediation and diplomacy. It seems that a shift has taken place within the last 24 hours or so. Initially, Thailand saying that this is a bilateral matter and no third-party intervention will be necessary. But of course, now with an escalating situation and deaths in double digits on both sides, it seems that a shift is moving. If Malaysia isn't the country to hold these discussions and broker a potential conversation around peace, who could be? We've heard China talk about the need for diplomacy, also the US as well. Does this require multinational intervention, or will Malaysia be positioned perfectly to resolve the issue themselves?
If the conflict is resolved through regional initiative and regional cooperation through ASEAN and bilateral channel, that would be, I think, the most ideal way right now, because already the world is facing two major crises, and various channels are involved there also, but it is taking time. So I think involvement of US right now is not urgent, but if both the countries can, if they can solve through bilateral channel involving ASEAN, then that would be also be sending a good message to even the US also. And there are some elements here which are really needed to be discussed to facilitate the bilateral channel and the dialogue. It is one of the priorities of Thai government is to bring the Ottawa Convention and the Siem Reap Angkor Declaration to be in dialogue, and Cambodia also has to come up with some sort of like dialogue diplomacy on this, like how to resolve these landmine issues, because both the parties, I mean both the countries, Cambodia and Thailand, are signatory to the Ottawa Declaration. So this kind of initiatives must be coming in a few days if really diplomacy has to be restored. But right now, the urges that has appeared from both the sides, it must be brought into practice right now. So that is why bilateral channel and ASEAN chair is the best and is the ideal solution from my perspective.
Absolutely. Dr. Sanjay Kumar, thank you ever so much for joining us and providing that insight. We will continue to monitor the situation on the ground.